Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Oakland Raiders. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Big stop, G. Big stop, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Jackson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Some of the enemy. Hey, get in the weight room.
They'll set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Aikman looking to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And he spins through. Spins past another.
Oh, my man.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A try here for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now it's Tomlinson. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Tomlinson. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now Aikman on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. To throw is Aikman. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score.
Ready, 50, plant. Let's get them home.
On first down, Tomlinson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's Tomlinson, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on first down. Tomlinson. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Aikman setting to throw it. Looking downfield for Godwin. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On second down, this is Jackson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Double time. Henry. 3 down. Hey, watch 28. 90 is a mic. Here we go. Echo. 90 is a mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 90 is a mic. Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Tomlinson. And he's got room. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Tomlinson again, a first down carry. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Tomlinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll set up a throw. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Second and 15. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Vita Vea able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 83 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot, hot. Under 10, under 10, 10. Let's go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And this is Tomlinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll run Tomlinson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to throw here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
We got this.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
My spot 4.
First and 10.
They'll look to throw here. He'll hit Jackson complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll get get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They'll run on first down. Tomlinson, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now Aikman. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Okay, ready? 53 is the mic. Watch the car. 80 weapon. Jim.
They'll throw on first down with Aikman. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run on first down with Jackson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Clayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
90 is the mic. Watch the slats. Watch the slat. 90 is the mic.
He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Devin White, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Watch the slat. Watch the slat. Mike 54.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? That fumble. It's out. It's loose. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On 2nd down, here's Aikman. And this is caught by Evans. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Running right, this is Tomlinson.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
That's going to be caught. 23 yards, the final tally. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Tomlinson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? He's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go!
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his...
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin White make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
This will be taken very short, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
So you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Jackson, and he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
90 is a mic. Let's go, D. 90 is a mic.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
90 is a mic. Focus, defense, focus. 90.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
90 is a mic. Come off the ball. 90 is a mic. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense. 90 is a mic. Come on. You better bring it.
Now back to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. But he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
90 is a mic. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Short. 90 is a mic.
Back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a give right side. Jackson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
I'm coming. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Go. Motion. Motion. One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Bucs, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.